morning, class. Good morning, sir. Whatever. Okay, so in each category, basically what HSB did, this is not true because they didn't survey 11,000 people. But, right, what they did is that they classified people's favorite subjects. So either you could choose English, math, which you would have all chosen, right, or phys ed, okay? And then they chose 3 different time years. So from 68 to 88, 89 to 2008, and then 2009 to 2017, okay? And people, they called up on the phone and they said, what's your favorite subject in high school? And people are like, why are you calling me? But then after a while, they said, oh, either gym, English, or math, okay? So here, we see that the total for all of the people that voted English, okay? So this is the English column. Remember, column is like the Colosseum, so the columns go up and down, right? So columns go up and down here. The total for English that people voted English is 4,800. In 89 to 2008, it was 2,000. 2009 to 2017, it's 2,500. So basically what I want to do is do here 4,800 minus 2,500 minus 2,000. Okay? And that'll give me the top one here of 300 people. Well, I hope so. Yeah, I have tons. So this one here, right, clears up this total. So 300 plus 450 is 750. 750 plus 250 is 1,000. So 1,000 people voted in total from 68 to 88. Okay? Then that one clears up this one. Then that one would clear up this one. And you see what I mean is that you solve basically one for one. Okay? For the sake of doing it in like completely, we're going to actually do it. So 11,200 minus 4,900 minus 1,000 is equal to not that. 11,200 minus 4,900 minus 1,000. So 5,300. Oops, that's terrible. Okay. This one here, so it's 3,000. The total is 4,900. So this one's 1,900. Do you guys get how I'm filling this out? So that's like really clear. No questions about that. So this one here again. So this is going to be 2,900 plus 250. So 2,900 plus 250. It's going to be 3,150. And then after it's going to be 11,200 minus 3,150 minus 4,800. I'm solving for this one here. It's 3,250. And then here it's going to be 3,250 minus 1,450. 1,800. Okay? Sounds good? So that's how you do it. Really, there's no other secret than this. You use addition and subtraction and you figure it out. So here, though, they always ask you, what is the probability that a student's favorite subject was math, given that they went to HSB from 2009 to 2017? Okay? So they're going to give you 2 pieces of information. So they're going to give you math, and they're going to give you another variable. I'm not saying that every survey is like this, where it's like subject and like grade, right? But they're going to give you 2 pieces of information. What you do, you use your magic fingers. Here you find math. Here you find 2009 to 2017. You go over here, 1,800. Okay? So 1,800 voted math, but is that a probability? No. And we want the total probability from the people that went to 2009 to 2017. So what number is my total amount of people that voted in 2009 to 2017? Because this number's on our table, right? So how many people voted in 2009 to 2017? So it's 5,300, right? So 1,800 people voted math out of the 5,300 people that were surveyed. So divided by 5,300. So you do 1,800 divided by 5,300. So then this gives you a decimal, so 34%. Okay. You can, yeah. That's okay. But I would do at least at the probability of like math, because this is conditional, right? Given 2009, 2017. So you see how conditional probability is coming back would be 0.34. So the probability that someone liked math, given that it was the year 2009 to 2017, is 0.34. And that's basically all she wrote. Yeah, so always remember kind of like what you're comparing it to. If they say what's the probability that it was math and 2009 to 2017, to find the probability, you always need two numbers and a division, right? It's always a proportion. How do we feel about that? Like 2,000,000% okay? Maybe it's because I'm an amazing teacher. Obviously, I wasn't teaching here in 2009 to 2017, right? Because this number would have been at 99%. Okay. Is that good? We feel good? Okay. So the other thing that I wanted to do today was just play. This, by the way, is my new aesthetic website that I'm making for you guys. So when it's gonna look like, oops. Let's see how it looks. You guys can offer me feedback, okay? Because it's like the first website I'm doing, but it looks like this. I think it's pretty easy to navigate. You're gonna pick your class. I think it's pretty okay. I think it's cute. Okay. I could. I'm trying my best though. I'm a teacher, not a website developer, you know? Any of you guys know HTML5? No? RIP. Any of you guys know how to code? Have any of you guys ever tried coding before? No? Would you like to try one day? I have like things for like, not for like children, but for like people that are starting out. So that you kind of understand the basics of code that go into your like apps like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. Like what it's actually built on. Because hate to break it to you, or not hate to break it to you, it's actually good news. But coding is like a really like high commodity right now. And people that can code like can make lots of like cash money. Like no joke. Like you can start at like 100 grand easy. And the thing with coding though is that it's like learning a language. And honestly, I mean like it's learning a language. So if you're really quick at learning it, some people get jobs right at these huge like tech corporations and stuff. Like you can work at Facebook, Google without even a college degree, right? Because usually when you apply for those companies, you do things called coding interviews. So they give you a situation and you have to code out the answer. Kind of almost like if you went to a translation interview and they say translate this from English to French. So really credentials are not that important if you're like really good at it. And you could get a job, like no joke. Okay, so the only thing that we haven't done so far is graph theory, right? You guys haven't done graph theory? No. Okay. But we did geometry together. That was so much fun. Remember that? Financial math you did with Miss Sabby. Probability we're doing right now. And then we're almost at the end. We're at voting procedures. Then we have two subjects left, which is advanced measures of central tendency and mathematical expectation. I'm thinking, I don't want to stress you out, so that's why I'm asking, but I'm thinking since the project is only due the week after March break, that we might as well get our like kind of like mid statistics test in next week. You said no. Yeah, did you say it was a spirit week? Yeah. And you guys are gonna buy out. Yep. Yeah. So I guess right, we're gonna have to plan for like the test is like the week coming back. Okay. So that's also gonna be the project week. So that's why I want you, if you can get the project done today or like next week, then that's good. I'm going to try to get the laptops as much as I can. Sounds good? The other thing I want to do, just watch this video on voting procedures. I think honestly, it's 6 minutes, 36 seconds. They say it more like to the point than I ever could. If you want to take notes, so be it. I've never seen voting procedure exam like question ever come up. So, yeah. Sounds good? Does anyone have any questions though about what we've done so far? Do some of you actually think I'm talking fast? No. Oh, the lights are... We should, like, does someone want to, like, drop a beat before the Math Help Services video? Do a beat. Because we're gonna, like, watch Math Help Services. So we gotta make it fun before we do it. Okay, fine, whatever. I tried my best. Go. It's like, what's that show? Rhythm Battle or Rhythm Flow? What? Jamaican? Oh my god. We're gonna watch the video. No, we're not. That was pretty good.
Welcome back. The topic of this interactive video lesson is voting procedures.
I also love like the transition from like, Microsoft.
In this section, you will learn 5 different procedures to determine the winner in an election. If the voters are asked to rank the candidates in order of their preference, then the data is organized in a preference table. Let's use the preference table below to discuss the voting procedures. The first voting procedure is a plurality ballot.
Does this
The
sound
winner
familiar?
is the one who received the most first choice votes.
Very interesting.
For example, since Cher has the most first choice votes at 24, she is the winner using a plurality ballot.
Is this what we use in our democracy? So like, no, because we don't do the ranking system, right? There was a big petition when I was like younger, how people wanted to change like Canadian politics to do this like 1, 2, 3 thing, and they said it would satisfy like more people, but I think that was a bad idea. Oops.
Second voting procedure, a majority ballot. The winner is the one who received more than 50% of the first choice votes. In this example, the only possible winner is the candidate with the most first choice votes, Cher.
Iconic queen, by the way.
Cher has 24 first choice votes.
You guys know who Cher is?
Yes.
You don't know who Cher is?
I know.
The
She was
total
the first
number of
woman,
first choice
like the first
votes
person to popularize auto-tune in
is
music.
56.
We'll listen to
The
a song
percentage
after.
of first choice votes Cher received, now that's 24 divided by
You guys actually don't know
56,
who Cher is?
would give the decimal, times 100 gives the percent, and this is 43%. Since Cher did not receive
Go
more
home
than
and talk to your
50% of the
parents
first
/
choice
guardians
votes,
about Cher.
there
They'll
is
be
no
so happy.
winner using a majority ballot. The third voting procedure is Borda's method. We assign each position a number of points. The candidate who has the highest total number of points is the winner.
Does this seem familiar?
In this example, since there are 3 choices, assign first choice to be 2 points, second choice to be 1 point, and third choice to be no points.
So what's the problem with this type of voting procedure? How did they decide 2, 1, and 0? But it's arbitrary, right? Is that you can decide what the first place winner is going to be. I could say my first choice is going to be 5 points, then 3 points, and then 0 points. But that creates a lot more discrimination, right, between the votes. So depending on what you're doing,
Now, let's find the total number of points for each candidate. Bill had 17 first choice, so we have that 17 times 2. 15 third choice, so that's 15 times 0. And 24 second choices, so that's 24 times 1. Adding all these up, we get 58. Doing the same for Sam, we see he has a point value of 47. And for Cher, she has a point value of 63.
Our queen. Cher's number 1.
Since Cher has the most points at 63, she is the winner using Borda's method.
Good for her.
The fourth voting procedure is Condorcet's criterion.
Does this make sense?
The winner is the one who wins over the other candidates in a head-to-head comparison. In our example, let's compare Bill and Sam. Bill wins over Sam.
So
Since
what sport uses that? This type of procedure where the teams go head to head and the winner of each one gets like a point. So baseball? Yeah. Bowling too, yeah. I was thinking like boxing too, right? I think most like mixed martial arts do that too. So this is popular in sports, right? Where you have a head-to-head and then the winner gets the point. Tennis too, right? Whereas tennis kind of different. My only knowledge of tennis is like Wii Sports, so I don't.
Since Bill won, let's compare Bill and Cher. Here we see Cher wins.
Good for her.
Since Cher won, let's compare Cher and Sam. Here, Sam wins. The winner is the one who wins over the other candidates in a head-to-head comparison. In this case, a winner cannot be determined using Condorcet's criterion.
So that's why sports that usually do that have like an odd amount of like innings, right? Or like an odd amount of rounds so that there always is a winner. Because if it was even, then after it'd be 50-50 and there'd be a tie.
The fifth voting procedure is an elimination ballot. The first step using an elimination ballot is the same as using a majority ballot. If a winner can be determined with a majority ballot, the same candidate will win using an elimination ballot. In this example, we know that a majority ballot did not determine a winner. The next step is to eliminate the candidate with the fewest number of first choice votes, in this case, Sam. Our table now changes to, now we repeat the first step. Does the candidate have more than 50% of the first choice votes? The number of first choice votes for Bill is 17. The number of first choice votes for Cher is 39. Since there are only 2 candidates left, and Cher has more first choice votes, Cher wins using an elimination ballot.
So obviously our queen is always going to win. But you have no idea who Cher is. So this is like, it's actually a funny joke if you know who Cher is. Have you ever seen that like Will Ferrell movie where it's like he like time travels and then after it's like, you know what I'm talking about? And he's like a paleontologist or something or an archaeologist. You've never seen that movie? What is it called?
Weird monkey.
Yeah, with the monkey thing. Remember? And then after there's this scene where he like touches the rock and then he starts singing a song and his like voice is auto-tuned. Will Ferrell. I'm gonna look it up. This is like important, okay? Yeah. Land of the Lost. And then after here, Land of the Lost. What is it called? Share scene, I guess.
I bet somebody's growing weed in here.
Okay, that wasn't really appropriate.
Tachyon radiation. Marshal, the meter can't be.
Well, because what I'm waiting for this point.
You guys have seen that before too. I take toast to the Latin Grammys. Just picture Santana hauling this sucker out. Ooh, damn vibrates. I wouldn't touch that.
You've never seen this scene before? Anyways, if you've seen the movie, then it's funny. Well, I'm gonna show you the real song. Or do you want to hear this song?
Dr. Marshall needs silence.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's so funny.
My forearms. Usually if I wear something like this.
Yeah, I will. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get